What's up? It's Paul from Guitar World, and today we're going to be looking at an awesome amp and head combination, the Carvin V3M head along with the 212V cabinet. Now for this review, I'll be using a Taylor solid body standard double cutaway with high definition humbuckers for the guitar. I also strung this guitar with Dunlop 10 to 46 gauge strings. The Carvin V3M is basically the mini version of the Carvin V3 head. Now this particular head is a 50-watt head, but it can be kicked down to 22 watts or 7 watts. So it's mini in many different ways, but loud as the V3 big brother to this particular head. It has 3 channels, all with multiple voicings, and with this 212 combo, 212 cabinet, I should say, with Carvin's custom designed speakers, you got a killer rig. The Carvin V3M is powered by EL84 tubes, which gives it its unique voice. And as I said before, it has 3 power modes, one for 50 watts at full power, mid power at 22 watts, and you can drop it down to 7 watts for smaller gigs. It has effects loops, a boost function on the back as well that you can tailor to use along with the foot switch. And as you can see from the front panel here, we have 3 channels, all with their own separate EQs. Beginning over here, we have a global reverb and a global master with the boost LED, which tells me that I have my boost engaged. Also, I have the EQs for each channel, starting with 3. You can see we have presence, bass, mid, treble, and then its own drive and volume. It also has its own little switching. We have bright to soak mini toggles, and there's also an EQX switch, which basically gives it a scooped sound or a more forward mid-range on each channel. So each channel is identical. The thing to keep in mind is starting with 3, you would think would be the high gain channel. It is not. 3 is mostly your clean channel, and as you go down from 2 to 1, you basically get more gain. So it's 2 is sort of your gain channel as well as 1. Now these 2 channels are somewhat identical, but I tend to hear a little bit of a difference with 1 being the most gain. You can toggle through all the channels on the front panel here with the mini toggle switch, or you can get Carvin's foot switch to basically bounce between all the channel, engage the effects loop and boost functions. Okay, let's begin with channel 3, which remember is your clean channel, and I will mess around with some of the toggles and the sounds of it so you can hear how really nice this channel is. Now let's move over to channel 2, which is the first gain channel, and I'll mess around with the controls as well. Now if you note, I have my drive at about halfway, and also listen when I engage the EQX so you can hear the different ways it scoops out the sound and when it pushes the mid-range. And of course you can hear like intense or thick on this channel as well, also changes the voice of it. So let's take a listen. Okay, now we're at channel 1, which is the other gain channel, and I find this to be the most gain, even though I think 2 and 1 are both similar. But let's take a listen. I have the drive gain dimed out, and I'll let you hear as I start moving the EQ switches like EQX, and then you can hear the intense and thick sounds as well. The Carvin V3M along with the 212V cabinet may be the ultimate portable guitar rig that sounds huge. With 3 channels and tons of gain on tap, you can't really beat this rig to play anything from metal to country to blues. Definitely check it out.